What is up, everybody? It is Blue Moon Mining here, and although I'm taking a break, I had a very good series idea come up into my head, and I want to get it started. It's going to be a slower series as I want to have the ASIC miner on hand to give the best results. So I will have to either purchase it or get it sent to me for review in order for me to achieve the series that I want to do. And just to give a quick rundown of the series that I want to do, it's basically the best ASIC miners for people that have high electric rates. Such as myself, I'm paying 16 cents per kilowatt hour. What is the best option for people in my situation to continue mining and still turn a profit? So that is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to give a quick rundown of how I want the series to go, and I'm going to do just a quick video. I'm going to also include in the video the one ASIC miner I do currently have that is turning a profit to this day as we are in the bear market. And I want to include the Ice River KS0 as that is what I'm using. It is a ASIC miner that mines K heavy hash or Kaspa. It does 100 gigahash at 65 watts or 71 watts at the wall. Now mine uses slightly over 71 watts. It uses around 84 watts at the wall because I have an external USB fan that is hooked up to it that also uses about 10 watts. So in reality, if I wanted to go and see what my actual profit is every day and how much I'm spending a month on that, the current price of Kaspa is 4.5 cents. My electricity price or per kilowatt hour is 16 cents. Now the pool charge is 0.75 as I am mining to Kaspa pool right now. I have switched between multiple pools, and I just found that the KS0 does work better on Kaspa pool. As sad as it is, I do not like using the top pool, but sometimes the equipment you have runs better on it, so I have to go with it. But I am running at 100 gigahash a second, and I'm using about 84 watts at the wall, and I spent $11.50 on the ASIC miner. Now if I go ahead and click calculate, the time for payback is looking at 58 days. I can confirm that it is around that time with my weekly profits. So right now, you are profiting about 98% and 2% of your cost is going toward electric. Me with my USB fan, I'm getting about 32 cents a day in electric or $9.68 a month in electric, which is not a hard-hitting electric rate or electrical cost. $10 extra a month is not going to put you in a hole, and even then, in a month, you're bagging about $600, which is enough to take that out, pay the electric bill with the $10 you mined, and still have a profit of $601. Because as you can see, your monthly cost before electric would be $610.91. Now, I do have to come with a warning for any ASIC miners that you may get. If they are newer, such as the KS0, and there's other larger miners that are more efficient and use a lot more power or a lot more hash rate, the profitability of this will go down. So do take that in mind, keep that in mind throughout this entire video and any other future videos that may come. As the hash rate increases and the difficulty increases, profitability on these ASIC miners go down. As the price stays the same and you start losing more Kaspa a day, say the price stays at 4.5 cents, a lot of KS3s come on, so then you're making, say, 200 Kaspa a day. If you were to look at 200 Kaspa, we're going to go at CoinMarketCap. We're going to look at Kaspa. At right now's current price, 200 Kaspa a day would be $9.03. So do keep that in mind as the Kaspa ASICs are fairly new and we still have the larger KS3s and stuff said to be released soon. You do have to take this with a grain of salt, as this can and will be going down. As I've noticed that when I first got the ASIC miner, I was making around 600 Kaspa a day, and now I'm at 450, and I can confirm that is around the amount I am paying, or how much I'm being paid. So yes, but if the price does increase, you know, say it increases to, let's just go out on a whim, it goes to 6.3 cents or 63 cents, okay? Say it goes to that and it's making around the same, you would be then making almost $30 a day. But of course, the Kaspa amount does not change. It always stays the same depending on the price. You're always going to be making the same yields, making a different price. So that is the current ASIC miner I have right now, is the KS0. I'm trying to get my hands on another more efficient ASIC miner. I do have my eyes set on the X16Q from Jazz Miner. It uses 600 and around 700 watts because it was tested by Mine the ASIC. So it uses around 700 watts at the wall, and it does about 2 gigahash on ETC or ET hash. So I was going to look into that. I do not have it on hand, so I can't do the proper test that I want to do and give the actual data that I need to give for electrical cost. So right now I cannot go off of what they say on the website. So if I get my hands on one, I will do a video. I'm just struggling to find somebody who is willing to send it to me, and right now I do not have access to $3,300. Plus, a lot of these may end up coming from China, which also have to pay a 25 to 30% tariff, which I do not currently have. But I do already have my hands on the Ice River KS0. I bought it from Coastal Crypto, so you guys can snag one for yourselves if you do want to. I will have a link down in the description that leads you straight to Coastal Crypto's website. And I also have a discount code for 2% off. But yes, I got their KS0 for $11.50, but it is now down to $1,000. And if you do want to buy one, and you decide to add it to your cart, and you do use my discount code Blue Moon Mining, you can get it down to $9.94. It pretty much just pays for your shipping and delivery fees. So you also do have to pay taxes, of course. This does ship out from the United States, but you do not have to pay tariffs. So you're pretty much paying the amount you would pay if it came directly from Ice River after you pay tariffs and stuff. So, and they also do have the other newer Kaspa miners, but I do not think I would get into that unless I had a KS1, because that is also a fairly efficient ASIC miner at 600 watts. Now, to get into the purpose of this video, what is an efficient miner and what is profitable for someone who's paying 16 or 20 cents a kilowatt hour? What makes it profitable is that it uses low power rate, decent hash rate, and still turns a profit every single month or every day. Like KS0 does not take a lot of electricity at 16 cents. And if I were to increase this to 20, how many ASIC miners would still be on here? You would still see the KS0 and the X16Q. So just keep in mind that that is what I'm basing it off of, on how profitable it stays, and you know, price, cost, everything as well, because a lot of these things do cost a lot of money. But yes, so to get into it, here is most of the electricity per kilowatt hour across the United States. Now it looks like the average is somewhere around 16 to 17 cents per kilowatt hour. Up in the Northeast, you're looking at about 20 cents to 22 cents, which is a really high price tag. I'm based out of Minnesota. Minneapolis is going around 19 to 20 cents a kilowatt hour. I live out of the metro, meaning that I pay slightly less at 16 cents. During the summer, prices do vary in Minnesota based on the season. You tend to pay a lot more in the summertime because air conditioning is running and they charge you a lot more for some reason. So yes, and maybe some people, maybe you're in Hawaii and you're paying 40 cents a kilowatt hour. Not a lot of things are very profitable at 40 cents. I don't know many people that live in Hawaii that are currently crypto mining, but you don't have very many options. But the X16Q may still be a good option, but of course the KS0 is always a good option because of the lower power usage. But you do still have to take into account that this is a fairly new miner. The KS3 from Bitmain is still unreleased, and same as the KS3 from Ice River is unreleased. But they do have the KS3L currently being released, so keep an eye on for that, as that is going to take the hash rate down. Another thing when you are looking into this is you want to look at the current network hash rate of the coins you are deciding to mine. Say Kaspa, it has been going up. It has now surpassed 4 petahash, meaning that the difficulty is also at 4 petahash of difficulty, meaning that it is more difficult to mine these coins, meaning that a higher hash rate makes more than a lower hash rate. So also keep an account for that when you are looking into this. But that is kind of the rundown of how these videos are going to go. I'm going to give as much detail as I can about these. They're going to be either short videos or long videos depending on the ASIC, depending on how many tests I've run. I've had the Ice River KS0 for a good amount of time here, about 14 days, and it has turned a pretty good profit. It is worth it, in my opinion. And if the difficulty does go up and these KS3s do come online, there is still that possible chance that this still turns a slight profit every day because of its lower power usage. So do keep in mind, this is still running $20 a day, but in the future it may go down. Do keep that in mind, but there is a chance that it stays profitable as the low power usage and decent hash rate. So do keep an eye on that. Again, I do have a link to Coastal Crypto down in my link in the description below. I do have a discount code with them if you guys are looking to purchase yourself a KS0 or maybe even an Ice River KS1. I do not have one of these. I have not been able to do tests, but it does do 1 terahash at 600 watts. What's, as many of you know, that is very efficient right now. Let's just look at it right now. It does use probably more than 600 watts, but keep it at, it is still making over $200 a day. But do not take any financial advice from me. I'm not a person that is knowledgeable about finances, meaning that financial advice should not be taken from a guy on internet. I'm just here to entertain you guys and kind of inform you guys on what is going on. But I do not have any advice. Do your own research before making any purchases of any ASIC miners. Make sure that you can afford to run them, and make sure that you look into the pros and the cons of crypto mining. You also want to look into how prices of these coins are very volatile. They do fluctuate over time, meaning that today Kaspa's price can be 4 cents, but tomorrow it can be 2 cents. You have to take that into account as well, that the coin's price is very volatile. It goes up and down. As you can see, there's reds, there's greens, and it has been like that for quite a bit. So do keep that in mind as well. And also keep in mind that when new ASIC miners that are more efficient and profitable come online, the older hardware becomes less efficient or becomes less profitable over time as well. So make sure you do all that research. So yeah, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. It's a little longer than all the other videos are going to be, but that's because I'm explaining what the content is going to be about. I hope you guys do like the series that I want to do. I'm going to try and get my hands on more ASIC miners that are profitable, that are using lower power usage, and I will try and get as many of those videos out as possible. They may be months spaced in between, and if there is any more information you guys want to know during this series, please leave it down in the comments. I will read them. I usually read all the comments. So if there's any more information you would like to know during these videos, I can implement that into future videos. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.